In 1944, a Viennese psychiatrist was stripped of everything: his clothes, his wedding ring, his manuscripts, his name. He was given a number and sent to Auschwitz. His name was Viktor Frankl, and what he discovered in the death camps of Nazi Germany became the most important psychological insight of the 20th century. Before the war, Frankl had developed a theory. He called it logotherapy, the belief that the primary drive in human life is not pleasure, as Freud said, not power, as Adler said, but meaning. The search for meaning. He had written a book about it. The manuscript was hidden in the lining of his coat when he arrived at Auschwitz. The guards took the coat. The manuscript was gone. So Frankl decided he would have to live it instead. He watched who survived in the camps and who did not. The survivors were not the strongest, not the youngest, not the best fed. They were the ones who had a reason to live, a wife waiting, a child hiding somewhere, a book to finish, a truth to tell the world. The ones who lost hope, who could find no future worth surviving for, died within days, sometimes hours, of giving up. Not from the physical conditions, from the loss of meaning. Frankl wrote about one night when he was forced to march through darkness and ice, frostbitten, starving, a guard beating anyone who slowed. And in the middle of this horror, he began to think about his wife. He didn't know if she was alive. He didn't know where she was. But he held her face in his mind. He heard her voice. He talked to her. And he realized something that changed everything. They can take your food, your clothes, your freedom, your loved ones. But they cannot take your attitude toward what happens to you. He called it the last of human freedoms, the freedom to choose how you respond to any situation. Even in the worst conceivable circumstances, that choice remains. Frankl survived Auschwitz, survived Dachau, survived 3 other camps. He was liberated in 1945 and sat down to write. He wrote Man's Search for Meaning in 9 days. It has sold over 16 million copies. It has been translated into 50 languages. It is consistently ranked as one of the most influential books ever written. Because the question it answers is the most important question a human being can ask. What makes life worth living? Frankl's answer: meaning. Not happiness, not comfort, not security. Meaning. He wrote that happiness cannot be pursued. It can only ensue, as the side effect of living a meaningful life. The person who chases happiness finds it perpetually out of reach. The person who finds something worth doing, worth fighting for, worth sacrificing for, happiness arrives as a result. He identified 3 ways to find meaning. The first is through work, through creating something, contributing something, leaving your mark on the world. The second is through love, through the connection to another person. To truly love someone is to see what they are capable of and to hold that vision for them, even when they cannot see it themselves. The third, and most difficult, is through suffering. Frankl believed that when we cannot change our situation, we are challenged to change ourselves, and that the attitude we take toward unavoidable suffering is itself a source of meaning. He was not saying suffering is good. He was saying it is not meaningless, unless we decide it is. He spent the rest of his life practicing psychiatry in Vienna, teaching, writing, and lecturing around the world. He was asked in an interview near the end of his life if he ever became angry, ever felt rage at what had been done to him, at the 6 million murdered, at the civilization that allowed it. He said no. He said he had met too many good people in the camps. Guards who smuggled food, prisoners who shared their last piece of bread, people who maintained their dignity in conditions designed to strip it away. He said humanity is not divided into good people and bad people. It is divided between people who choose to become the best version of themselves and people who choose not to. Viktor Frankl chose every single day. And from his choice, he gave the world something that cannot be taken away: the understanding that meaning is always available, even here, even now, even in the worst moment of your life.